Mrs. Vanelli?
Where did you come from?
Orthopedics. And I'm on my way to the cafeteria. How about you?
I was in neurology looking for Pat, and I'm going over to see my family. I'm sorry I didn't notice you when I got in.
It looked like you were thinking some good thoughts.
About Jack.
I had a feeling.
He's driving home from Washington tonight.
I hope he gets here before the rain.
The flood, you mean? He said the D.C. weather report's calling it a tropical storm. That's why he's not flying in.
He's a good driver. In the jungle, anyway. I've seen him plow a Jeep through mud up to your knees.
Oh, then he should be okay on the turnpike. If he runs into anything really bad, I assume he'll have enough sense to stop at a motel.
Sure. He's not in any special hurry, is he?
Well, kind of. His original plan was to come home tomorrow, but then I encouraged him to wrap it up just as fast as he could. Actually, I begged him to. I was missing him an awful lot.
I take it you settle your difficulties.
Yeah, by phone around 2 a.m. Poor Jack, I think he's been working straight through since then. And it was my idea for him to drive. He had to rent a car, which he took on an interview today, so I suggested that he just keep on driving.
I'm sure he loved that.
Alex, what do you mean? You're sure he loved what?
Well, being missed, loved, wanted.
You do know.
We're very good friends.
You still are. Look, I want you to have dinner with us next week. We'll do the old Army buddy reunion right this time.
Okay? Any night but Tuesday.
You and Jack can exchange stories to the wee hours of the morning. Do you have any more like the ones you told me?
Oh, maybe 50, 100.
Oh, I can't wait.
Neither can I. Listen, give my best to Jack, huh?
I will. Look, don't go to the cafeteria. Come over and have a hamburger at Ryan's and meet my parents.
Well, no, I don't...
Oh, come on. My father's going to love you, and it might do great things for Jack's image, if you get my meaning.
Oh, you mean your father and Jack?
Are not each other's favorite people. But aside from that, our food's better than the cafeteria's.
Shall we go?
Wonderful. Jack won't be home for a few hours, and I just hate the apartment without him.
No rain, anyway. That's right, that's right. Blast me wide awake, huh?
With his white cocoa. And if they're in the headlines, then they're hot topics.
One of the biggest stories in the headlines, Wienergate.
This week on All New Views, only on ABC.
This summer, the party's on SoapNet.
We have a party to rock. You'll never take over my life.
Nothing is going to change how I feel about you.
I love Can Die, baby.
Oh, it is so on.
What? Shut up! And you won't believe who's coming.
You're back.
This is one summer shindig you don't want to miss.
I am ready to have the summer of my life.
Only on SoapNet.
Down. You know how it is. You look in the mirror one day and you go, how am I going to lose this weight? eDiet's meal delivery from eDiets.com. It's the easiest, smartest, most delicious way to eat great and finally lose the weight. I know you're thinking, eat great and lose weight? Really? Really.
You'll love the food. There's no MSG, no fake sugars.
The food tastes fantastic. It's awesome. Very delicious.
It tastes wonderful.
Call now or go to eDiets.com. Choose from over 100 fresh prepared meals, not dehydrated diet food, but really delicious food. eDiets will deliver your favorite meals and snacks in a chill fresh container.
All you have to do is relax, enjoy, and eat great. all the way to slim.
I lost 115 pounds.
65 pounds.
25 pounds. 94 pounds.
Along the way, ediets.com gives you real support.
Terrific online tools, access to registered dietitians and trainers, and friends who care about your success.
They're there with you to hold your hand, and they really care.
Truthfully, I like everything about eDiets.
I've lost 30 pounds. All of a sudden, I find myself a changed person.
Hey, I made it to 50 pounds, and look at me now, I'm 60 pounds.
Millions of people have turned ediets.com to lose the weight. Now it's your turn.
Call or go to ediets.com and sign up for 7 full days of meals, 3 meals per day, fresh prepared just for you, plus snacks. So don't wait. Join eDiets. Eat great food and lose weight fast.
I believe that eDiets can change people's lives.
My husband will often say, "You're the hot wife." That's just boosted my confidence a lot.
eDiets has changed my life forever.
Call to find out how you can get 1 week of meals absolutely free. That's right. 1 week of fresh prepared food, 1 week of weight loss, 1 week of success, free.
Free? What are you waiting for? Call or go online to get started now.
Call 1-800-279-1604 or visit ediets.com now.
How's it back, darling? Want another one of those pills?
No, they knocked me right out, John. Besides, I think it's much better tonight.
You sure now? It looks like it's bothering you.
No, what's bothering me is not my back. It's the boys and Delia.
Yeah. I can't think about much else either.
Did Pat come by?
Not yet.
I wish you had woken me up last night when he brought Delia home.
Woken you to what? The news that they walked in and discovered Frank and Jill together. Yeah, you were better off asleep.
I think when she went out today, she went to see the lawyer.
Oh, I'm sure of it. There's a chance that Pat went there, too. A good chance.
Oh, John, I can't believe he'd do it. Testify against his own brother? For what? For Delia? I mean, it's not going to do her any earthly good. She might be able to stop the legal process, but she's not going to get Frank back by that. Nothing will do that. Yes, I'm resigned about the divorce. Not the second marriage, but the divorce.
Well, that's more than Dee will ever be. As long as she keeps after Pat to try and keep her family together, I'm afraid he's going to listen.
Well, then they'll both end up losing Frank. Oh, Lord knows I can understand some of the worries about little John, but if that girl uses Pat against his own brother, I'll never forgive.
Ma, Dee's not using me.
Pat, we were hoping you'd drop by.
Darling, I know it sounds like that you and your father, me and your father were talking behind your back, but we'd say anything the same to...
To my face, yeah, I know. And I think I probably heard most of it from Doll last night. Look, I'm sorry about this whole situation. I hate it as much as you do. But I'm not being used. It was pure coincidence that we found Frank with Jill. It was terrible for all of us. Dee in particular.
Oh, I'm sure it was. But what your father and I are wondering is why should this coincidence be part of the legal process?
Because Dee doesn't want the divorce. And she can fight it with the evidence of Frank's adultery.
And you think they'll get back together again after the fight, huh?
Da, there's a chance. And that's all Dee's asking for.
What are you going to do, son?
I'm gonna try and behave responsibly. I don't know where that'll take me.
Did you see the lawyer?
Yes. I told Miss Burney what I saw last night, but I didn't make any official statement.
Official statement? What's that mean, exactly?
It would be a signed document that she could use in court.
Well, you didn't give her that, did you?
I couldn't. She wanted me to, but when I thought about Frank and you and the rest of the family, I just had to get out of there. But look, this isn't going to be the end. You know, if I'm subpoenaed to appear in court, I have to go.
All right, that may happen, but the important thing is you didn't turn your back on your brother.
Darling, we know that you're in a terrible position, but you did right by Frank today.
It still amazes me.
What?
The double standard you have. I did right by Frank today because I refused to go on record for his adultery. But did I do right by Delia? That doesn't even occur to you, does it? Frank can be unfaithful, but he's forgiven. Dee's unfaithful, and she becomes the enemy.
Now, Pat,
Look,
look,
don't deny it. You felt sorry for Frank when he found Dee with Roger. Then the tables got turned last night, and Dee found Frank with Jill. But who do you feel sorry for? Frank! Always Frank!
All right. All right, we're loyal to Frank. We support Frank, but not because he's our son. Because over 30 years, in 1,000 different ways, he's earned our trust.
Yeah, and he's betrayed it, too. Why doesn't your daughter-in-law, your grandson's mother, rate a little of that loyalty and support? Why? That's a silly question. You can't justify the way you treat Dee. We all know that.
Here you are.
In the flesh. Hi, Alex.
Patrick?
You giving him the guided tour?
Yep.
We've decided it's my night to meet more Ryans.
We're mother and daughter.
Back in the kitchen.
Hey, is everything okay with you?
More or less. I'm just a little tired. Doctor, do you realize that you're standing in an authentic bit of old New York?
I can see that. Yeah. Get a look at that ceiling. I've never seen anything like that before. Wow. Mr. and Mrs. Ryan?
Yes? Mother and I, I'd like you to meet Dr. Alex McLean. Alex, you guessed right. These are my parents.
How do you do, Dr. McLean?
It's a real pleasure, Mrs. Ryan. Mr. Ryan, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. You met my son, Pat.
Yes, sir. I've had several consultations with Dr. Ryan. Your son is a very fine neurologist. I suppose you already know that.
Yeah, we do, but it's always nice to hear it from a stranger.
I'm showing Alex the best alternative to the hospital cafeteria. I promised him a hamburger bun.
Of course. I'll put one on the grill.
Now, you just sit right back down, Mrs. Ryan. I'm enjoying the atmosphere around here a bit. You don't see much of this fine old walnut around here anymore, you know.
There's just 5 or 6 in the whole city, as a matter of fact.
This room must go back, what, 50, 60 years?
Oh.
You're carrying on quite a tradition here.
Those doors first opened turn of the century. Hey, tell me something. How is it Mary got to know you before we did?
Well, first, because I've only been at Riverside about a couple of weeks, and second, because she's married to a very dear friend of mine.
Really, Jack?
Oh. Jack and Alex spent a lot of time together in Vietnam.
No kidding.
Yeah, we met over a shrapnel wound. Jack's. It healed right, and that was the beginning of a fast friendship.
Is that a fact? Well, I'd like to hear about that. How about a drink?
You don't happen to have any good old Irish around, do you?
Just the best in the whole city, that's
We'll
all.
have some.
I'll give you a little sip of my best. How about you, Pat? One for you, too, huh?
What's the matter
Here you
with
go,
that?
lads.
Yeah.
For the good doctor.
He drove Delia down to Jill's beach house last night. Delia had some wild thought that she could get Jill to stay away from Frank. And I'm afraid they found Jill and Frank together.
Oh, no. In bed or what?
Now, Mary, just calm down till we can discuss it privately. She wants him to go to court, but please, please, don't say anything. Oh, there's Frank. Now, please, don't say anything to him.
Don't worry about it. Take care of it. Frank! I'd like you to meet Dr. McLean. Alex, my son, Frank.
Hiya. How are you, Alex? Nice to meet you. Hey, listen, do I smell something really special going on here?
Really special? All right. Join the party, my lad. Join the party.
That's it. Oh, cheers. Cheers to everyone.
Cheers. There you go.
Patrick?
Haven't seen you in a while.
I missed you too, baby sister. Where's your husband?
Driving back from an assignment in Washington. If the weather holds, you should be home in a few hours.
Frank, could I see you a minute?
Sure. We'll be gone in a couple of minutes here. Keep the party going, will you, Alex?
I'll do that. See you later.
Right.
Ma, can I do anything?
No, darling, you've got enough problems of your own.
Oh, things are much better with Jack. I really think we're going to be okay again.
Well, that's lovely news. No, you just spend your worries concentrating on welcoming him home.
I haven't been able to concentrate on anything else all day.
Damned if I'm gonna stop now.
Christina's flying to the Dominican Republic with Ethan.
This week.
Your daughter is working my last nerve.
When she's my daughter, she screws up. When she's your daughter, she's absolutely perfect.
Does father really know best when he's mob boss Sonny Corinthos? Watch General Hospital weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.
Here's the trouble with most anti-wrinkle creams. The cream disappears, but your wrinkles don't. Introducing Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repair. It has the fastest retinol formula available. In fact, it's clinically proven to smooth wrinkles in just 1 week. So all you have to do is sit back and watch your wrinkles go away. New Rapid Wrinkle Repair from Neutrogena.
For all they do for you, Caesar. Tempting entrees with new, tastier recipes. Caesar. Love them back.
Just stay a little while longer.
I'll see you again.
Dixie returns to Pine Valley. Watch All My Children weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 8 on SoapNet. Their son's heart could save another man's life. I'm dying. But it's the man who tried to destroy them.
You want to give Matthew's heart to your brother?
And when a protective mother goes after a bully,
I'll teach you to mess with my son.
it's Gigi's life that's on the line. Watch One Life to Live weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 9 on SoapNet.
I want you to understand something.
Go ahead.
I had absolutely no idea that you'd be with Jill last night. I was as surprised to see you as you were to see me.
I believe you.
Thank you.
Suppose the folks know.
Dow was waiting up when we got back.
So naturally, Dee filled him in on all the gruesome details.
What'd you expect, Frank?
Nothing good, I assure you.
Mother and Da aren't angry. Not with you, anyway. They meant the warm reception they gave you.
And you, of course, mean the cool one that you're giving to me now.
I love you. You're my brother. The position I'm in is very painful. I'd get out of it in a minute if I knew how.
I guess I do know that. You tell me this. Do you still feel that what happened last night was an accident as far as Dee's concerned?
I've thought about that today.
This is very important. Do you remember her saying anything or doing anything that could indicate that what she did was to purposely find us out there?
Exactly the opposite. She thought you were coming to see little John last night. She got him all ready and everything before we left. Then when we got to the beach, she had to sit in the car a while to go over the speech she wanted to make to Jill. I believe her.
Well, I don't. Especially not after her parting shot to me.
What do you mean?
She said, "You'll have an awfully hard time now getting a divorce after what we've just seen." I'm sorry, but that sounded to me like she specifically came out there to find evidence of my adultery with Jill and brought an unsuspecting witness along with her.
Dee doesn't have it in her to spy on you.
Oh.
If she did, she could have hired a detective. But she does understand the legal situation. Her lawyer explained what it takes to fight a divorce action. And she knew when she left the beach house she had evidence that would stand up in court. True. But she didn't go looking for it.
All right. We'll never agree on that. But you seem to be particularly familiar with the legal situation yourself.
Some. I spoke to her lawyer today.
I see.
No, you don't. Talking was all I did. No tape recording, nothing typed up.
No voluntary statement?
How could I do that, huh?
Well, I can't beat you up anymore, so...
But if you take this to court, I may be subpoenaed.
Well, in that case, of course, your hands would be tied and you'd have to testify. Don't worry. There's no way I'd hold that against you.
I'm glad.
Well, I'm not entirely unreasonable, kiddo.
Damn it, I know you're not. You're a very sympathetic person. And if you just give your wife a little bit of the compassion you've given me, there wouldn't even have to be a divorce.
I'm sorry, Pat. I'm afraid I can't feel any compassion for Delia.
Why not?
Because, my dear brother, she is not sincere. I don't know whether she's incapable of telling the truth or what, but at this point, I have stopped believing her.
So sure you're right.
For more reasons than you'll ever know, old buddy.
Well, at least we cleared the air some.
One more thing?
Sure.
It's something I'd like you to do for all of us, including yourself. Please, don't let Delia get you involved in her fight with me any more than you already are. Please stop it now.
I promise to be her friend.
I don't think you know what that means, Pat.
It means trying to stick by both of you.
But we've just discovered that's not possible. You see what she's done to you already?
I don't blame Dee for putting me in this position.
In other words, you do blame me.
I'm sorry, yeah.
So am I.
Next, spend some time in Genoa City with the Young and the Restless. Later, see who's stirring up trouble in Pine Valley on All My Children, only on SoapNet. People are talking about General Hospital's Sean Butler. Patricia Rich posted on Facebook, he is a good-looking bad boy with a good side. I'm really digging this one. Elizabeth Cross agrees. Oh yes, he is a sexy man. Suki Williams-Ellis adds, I trust my eyes when I look at him, and they like what they see. Judy McCoy says, good choice, GH. And Kathleen Hahn sums it up, so damn hot. People are talking about General Hospital, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.
Paxil, Zoloft, and Depakote, if taken during pregnancy, may cause birth defects. If you or a loved one took Paxil, Zoloft, or Depakote during pregnancy and your child was born with a serious birth defect, you may be entitled to a cash award and medical expenses. If your child suffered a serious birth defect and you took Paxil, Zoloft, or Depakote during pregnancy, call 1-877-399-5799 now.
What if one little pop could open a world of wonder? So sensory, so satisfying. The discovery never seems to stop. It's the magic Friskies makes happen every day in so many ways. Friskies feed the senses.
She's been a friend, the mother of your children, a soulmate. Isn't it time to let that special someone know exactly how you feel? Give her the gift she always wanted. Give her a polio vaccine.
It's perfect. Whatever cause you're passionate about, give it as a gift at changingthepresent.org.
Genoa City, a place for families to fall apart.
I will get my daughter back.
You betrayed me. I'm done with you. There's no more family.
The Young and the Restless, tonight at 7 on SoapNet.
Their son's heart could save another man's life. I'm dying. But it's the man who tried to destroy them.
You want to give Matthew's heart to your brother?
And when a protective mother goes after a bully,
I'll teach you to mess with my son.
it's Gigi's life that's on the line. Watch One Life to Live, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 9 on SoapNet.
We asked Bradford Anderson to name all the Spinelli nicknames he could remember. Go.
Stone Cold Mr. Serpacino-esque one, Maximista, Blonde one, Original Blonde one, Prince Pectoral, Big Daddy Stone Cold the Goddess, the Divine one, Bad Blonde one, the Demented one, the Valkyrie, the Brusque Lady of Justice. I could be here for literally 3 days, probably.
See who Spinelli will nickname next on General Hospital. Weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.
So anyway, whenever I think of home, I automatically have to think of bourbon.
Alex's family farms a huge place in Tennessee, and one of their major crops is whiskey.
Oh, no. We limit ourselves very carefully. 40 gallons a year for home consumption only. Anything else would be illegal, you see.
Who's Pat?
He's fine. I'll be out in a minute.
Well, where I come from in Ireland, there's many a still back in the woods, but the owner's only concerned with the laws to hide from it.
Well, our bourbon, you see, is more sort of family heirloom. My grandfather came up with what he thought was the perfect recipe after a great deal of experimentation. He and Seth build the still out back themselves.
What's it like?
Still, it's just a sort of a shed out by the barns. Inside, there's a lot of copper tubing and a couple of old kettles and, the casks, of course.
Yeah, right. And you need the charred wood for the casks, right?
That's right. You see, the stuff has to age in the casks for 12 years, and then 12 years more in the bottles.
24 years.
An old family rule.
Oh, you're not talking about bourbon as we know it. Ha! You're talking about stuff that I'd appreciate.
No, I just think you would, Mr. Ryan.
Now, tell me, what goes into this? What's the ingredients? What do you start with?
Well, you start with the sour mash. But if you want any more details, I'd have to put you in touch with my mother.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, she's
Oh, yeah.
got something to do with the production of
She
this?
runs the whole thing. You see, my grandfather passed on his great passion to his daughter-in-law. And pretty soon we should be finding out how she measures up the old master. Well, we're almost running through my grandfather's stock. We should be into my mother's sometime this year.
Now that sounds like a civilized approach to whiskey.
Oh, yeah, well, she cooks with it, too. There's this...
It goes on.
On and on. There's this Christmas fruitcake that she makes, and just thinking about it makes me rather lightheaded.
Hey, listen, Alex, I suppose it would be illegal for me to buy some of this McLean family.
Oh, it would
booze,
indeed.
right?
It would indeed. No. But I'd be pleased to bring you back a bottle next time I'm home. In fact, I think I promised Jack a bottle about 5 years ago. I'll bring a couple back.
Oh, great. See, Mary, I may become a bourbon drinker, just like your husband.
Well, maybe you'll discover that you have lots of things in common with Jack.
Well, it could be. I'm getting along fine with his buddy here.
I have a few Jack Finelli stories I think you'd appreciate, Mr. Ryan.
No, Johnny, please. I might just
Johnny.
do that. Listen, why don't the three of us get together over a bottle of Irish when Jack comes back from Washington, and we'll just sit around, we'll hear your stories, get to know each other better, huh?
You know, I'd like that.
Jack would love it if he ever got over the shock. Oh, I wish you could hear this conversation.
What is it, darling?
I don't know.
In Port Charles, revenge is a priority, relationships are disposable, and good medical care is a necessity. Keep up with this fast-paced city with an all-new episode of General Hospital, weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.